Hello, we are starting section 9.3, which is factoring trinomials. And this is really kind of what we've been leading up to get to this section. This is actually some pretty cool stuff, I think, in terms of factoring these. So anyway, pay attention, listen carefully, please, and I will just write down instructions on how to factor these. Recall in chapter 8, we were multiplying these out. So now here in chapter 9, we're going to just do the opposite. We're going to factor those. So this is really, I think, some pretty cool stuff, how this works out. But anyway, you have the trinomials in this form. This is just an example of one that I'm going to factor for you. X squared plus 7x plus 10 is just an example. They're in this form now with no number in front of the x squared. We will get to those later in the week. But for these that have no number, it's some very, very simple steps. Just follow along with these and we'll go through on how to factor this. So the first thing, and I'm going to write these steps down. First thing on this is come up with two factors of 10 that add up to 7. So two factors of 10 that add up to right here 7. And you can see that's where we get these two factors of this 10 that add up to this 7. All right, and well, let's just come up with the two factors of 10. Well, first of all, you could have 1, right? 1 and 10. What does 1 and 10 add up to 7? And that is a no. So we'll cross out 1 and 10. And I'm sure you've got this figured out already. It's going to be 2 and 5. 2 times 5 equals 10. 2 plus 5 equals 7. So those are like our magic numbers. 2 and 5 are what we're looking for. And those will be our two factors. They're both positive. 2 and 5 are positive. So you got x plus 2 and x plus 5. And we are done. That is it. That is that trinomial factored. Very simple process. One very simple step. Have two factors of 10 that add up to 7. Let me do another example. There's example 1. Example 2. I need one with subtraction in it, a negative in here. Let's do this. All right. A squared minus 4a minus 12. Ask ourselves these questions. Two factors of negative 12 that add up to negative 4. Those are our steps. I'm just going to write down the one step. That's all it is. Two factors of negative 12 that add up to, right here, add up to negative 4. So just a little quick brainstorming. Two factors and negative 12. So what are two numbers we multiply together and we get negative 12? Obviously, one's going to have to be negative and one positive because that's the only way to get negative 12. So let's just come up with some. And they add up to negative 4. So let's look at negative 2 and 6. All right. Negative 2 times 6 equals negative 12. That part is good. That criteria is good. But when we add these together, negative 2 plus 6 is positive 4. All right? So we've got the 4 part, we just need to get it to be negative. So we're on the right track. So try 2 and negative 6. Well, you know it's going to work. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Add these together. 2 plus negative 6 is negative 4. So that's your work. 2 and negative 6. A plus 2, A minus 6. And we are done. That is our answer. A plus 2, A minus 6, X plus 5, X plus 2 is up here for this first example. Very, very simple again. I mean, you just ask yourself what two factors of negative 12 add up to negative 4. And we could, of course, check our work here by using our FOIL method that we had done in Chapter 8. A times A is A squared. A times negative 6 is negative 6A plus 2A, and negative 6 plus positive 2A is negative 4A, and then 2 times negative 6, negative 12. All right, those two very simple examples. And your assignment is the worksheet 535, 21 problems on that. You can get started. I will, I'm done with the video, but I'm going to do maybe a couple more examples. And if you need the examples, keep listening. If you don't need them, you can just get started with the assignment by doing that worksheet and get that turned in. All right, another example. I'm just going to do one of the problems from your assignment here. And let's do, this is number 18. I'm going to do 18. Somebody may have a question on this. 18 plus 11y plus y squared. 18 plus y squared. This is just in a different order. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, you can just switch these around so you have the y squared up front. Y squared plus 11y plus 18. And you might be just more comfortable doing it that way. Otherwise, it's fine to leave it in the back. But again, first step, two factors of, right here, two factors of 18. And add up right here to 11. All right, so two factors of 18, well, you got 3 and 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 plus 6 is 9, though, so 3 and 6 does not work. 3 and 6 does not work. So try something else. 2 and 9. 2 times 9 is 18. That works. Multiply them together, you got 18. 2 plus 9 is 11. There's your answer, 2 and 9. All right, so you're going to have y plus 2, y plus 9. All right, very simple. You can use FOIL to check your work. If you left it up in this format, okay, you're just going to end up with 2 plus y and 9 plus y. So you can see it doesn't make any difference. That's addition. You can swap those around. It doesn't make any difference with those. Either answer is good. I'll do one more example here, and I'll just do another one out of your assignments. How about, I'll do, I think I'll do number 20. Number 20. It's a little different format, but I think it'll still come up with the right answers on these. 20 is a squared minus 4ab. Squared plus 4b squared. The only difference is we just have a variable back here, so it's not that big of a deal. We just need to include a variable in our answer is all. So again, look at this number. It's a 4, and we're going to say two factors of 4 that add up to negative 4. All right. So then two factors of It's a positive 4. Okay. They add up, right here, they add up to negative 4. All right, so think about what two factors of 4. So two numbers we multiply together, you get 4. You add them together, you get negative 4. Well, I can tell you at first you might think, what? But you're going to have two negatives. Two negative numbers will add up to negative 4. Two negatives, multiply them together, you get a positive answer. Negative 2 and negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative 2 plus negative 2 is negative 4. All right, so your factors are going to be negative 2 and negative 2. And remember, you have the b squared here, so you need to include b in your second part. So you got a minus 2b. Here's your second one. A minus 2b. And there you go. If you go to check your work, we can do this. Make sure that our stuff is correct. A times a squared. A times negative 2b, negative 2ab. Negative 2b times a is another negative 2ab. Combine them together to be negative 4ab. And then the last, negative 2b times negative 2b is a positive 4b squared. So there is your answer. So always remember, if you have no number in front of this first term, all you need to do is ask two factors of 4 that add up to negative 4, and you're good. Call or email, text if you have questions. Thanks.